Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to trade recap. Um, so we have two trade recaps to go over. I took a trade um right here, I think. And I took a trade. We'll go over this first trade, okay? So I'm now, since I got a payout. Last video, I'm pretty sure was the payout video. We're now gonna stack accounts because we have money now. We have $500 to spend on accounts, so we can stack it. We have a profitable strategy now. Um, that's been consistent profitable. I've only taken one L in the past 2 months. But that also, I don't take many trades with this strategy. It's very relies a lot of patience and discipline. So take that as you want. But this is the trade that I entered Friday, which was yesterday. And we have two Lucid accounts. I got one free one from the mentor, and then I bought one for 50% off with a code, the current sale that's going on. I probably should buy one more and stack three. To be honest, that would probably be smart, but I want to save that if I blow these two because I almost blew it. As you can see, it's very close to stop loss, and I was low key kind of scared. There's a 50% consistency on the 50% consistency on the eval, and then no consistency on the funded, but there is a 5-day winning trades minimum on the funded accounts, which is fine. I did buy one Tradeify account, which was 40% consistency on the eval and then no consistency on the funded and daily payouts, which sounded really, really good. But I realized I kind of went on tilt with it. I got one account, it was like $70, $80, and I went on tilt and I blew it like in one day. So I didn't really love that. And so here's a trade that I was entered on Friday. Okay. You can see that we got a sweep right here of the low and a sweep of the high right here. And so we're automatically going to scenario 3 trade. I've kind of rotating. I'm currently building the free course right now. And so to make it easy on people, it's going to be called scenario 3 because it's the third setup that we can look for after the first two. So you can just assume that I already went through the first two. This would be the first one, but we didn't have a correct entry with the volume, I'm pretty sure. And then our next trade would be a resweep of this low. And obviously, we didn't get a resweep of the low. We instead got a sweep of the other high. So the low and the high, so we want a 50% retrace. You can see we got this 50% retrace. I entered. We almost hit take profit. And when we get this close to take profit, I move my stop to break even, okay? Because sometimes the market, if you trade, it will go to your level and it will react off of it, even though without touching it, even though it got really, really close to it. And so when it gets that close, I count it as hitting it. Although it didn't hit my TP. My TP was at about 1500. And didn't hit my TP. 1500 is 50% of 3000, which is what I was going for passing in 2 days, but we didn't get it. And so stop went to break even, and we got break even. And then it ended up playing out. But in fact, I actually did something bad. I went break even on one account, but the other account I held. Okay, I held, and we were down here, and I was like, bro, I'm about to blow this account first day getting it. I was like, are you serious? Are we about to hit the level? And then I didn't go break even on this account, and we're about to hit stop loss. I was kind of tilting. Not tilting. I was just really disappointed with myself for not going break even. Thankfully, we went up a little bit, and so I just took break even. I don't like having my emotions involved in the trade, because my strat is supposed to be very mechanical and robotic. You see a setup, you enter the trade, and then I manage the trade based on rules that I've set, and so I don't have to think about. What's happening in the market. I just look to see if the rule's broken. I do this, okay, and I know the strategy works. So I just trust my rules, and I don't think about what's happening. I just look and see what's happening. And if it breaks one of my rules or something happens and one of my rules is to react to that, then I just follow the rules. And so in this case, a rule I have is to go break even. I didn't go break even. So now I'm thinking in my head, oh, I didn't follow the rules. Start a little panicking a little bit. And that's when I get emotional, is when you don't know what you're doing. You're trying to guess because you're not following your rules. You don't have a strategy, a plan, and it throws me off. And so didn't go break even, and I was getting concerned I was gonna blow this account already. Uh, and so we went. Finally, this account came back, and it would have hit TP, but I went break even, and so we're back at square one. We didn't lose any money. We made like $100 in profit. Um, That's not good, not bad. Break even. So disappointed with myself for not going break even on this and having to go through those emotions. Because the whole point of the strat is to not have to deal with the emotions. It's just so super robotic. Um, Low stress. It can be a little bit concerning because setups don't always happen. Although we got so for the first 2 weeks of June, we got two setups, and it was on Thursday and Friday. The very last 2 days, we got two setups. Um, and yeah, so this was Friday. We went break even on our two accounts that were stacking. Um, Break even, it's fine. I think this was the other trade that I took on the one Tradeify account that I had. Yeah, this was it right here. And similar thing happened on this day. Um, this was the trade I was going for, and we hit that. We had sweep of high and sweep of low, and then we came back to retrace to this 0.5 of the range, and that's scenario 3. So we hit the short, and it stopped us out. We got stopped out. Um, we got stopped out, and very disappointing. So, but actually, what happened is I didn't risk the full account because it was a 40% consistency. So I didn't risk the full account because it's 40% consistency, which should have saved me. But I kind of revenge traded, which I haven't done in a while. But I was very confident in this short right here, which it ended up hitting. But so got stopped out right here. I actually exited manually before it even hit stop loss, which is crazy because I don't think it touched. You see this? Technically, it didn't hit our stop loss. So I would not have got stopped out. And then I could have held or I could have gone break even. I would have got stopped out anyway, but I manually closed the position even though it didn't hit my stop loss. And that's another broken rule. This is really unfortunate. I've broken rules 2 days in a row. I don't know what's happening with the evals. It's getting to me mentally. I don't know why. It's not going to happen anymore, though. We're going to strictly follow the rules. If we blow the account, it's fine. We have $500 more to spend and get more accounts from our payout. And so I manually closed, and I still had like 3/4 of the account left because we're only risking 40%. No, so I had about 50% left. And then I re-entered short, like right here to get this type of trade. Stop loss at the blue line. Oh my gosh, bro. This is tragic. Entered right there when we retap that red level and then gets stopped out and then it runs the TP. Are you kidding me, bro? So that happened on that it should have never taken that last trade, but yeah, that's what happened on freaking Thursday. And then Friday, this unfortunately happened. We almost edged TP and I went break even. So it's fine though. SpaceX IPO is out. Not investing in that. Way overvalued. It's valued at like 1 trillion, and the company's losing money, I believe. SpaceX net profit. Oh, look, it's a net loss. They're losing money. They lost $5 billion. Who? Despite generating record consolidated revenue. I don't know what that means. What's consolidated revenue? Net profit. Okay, let's see total. Um, ugh. Take home. Why is it giving me the consolidated revenue? Okay, we're gonna say 18 billion. I don't know why I keep saying this. No, they lost money. I don't even know, bro. Why is it being so weird? Uh, uh, profit lifetime. We're gonna profit. Okay, okay, here we go. They have a net loss of $10 billion and they're valued at 1 trillion. That makes 0 sense. Why would you ever? Here we go. Loss, loss. Why would you ever invest in this company, bro? Makes no sense at all. They haven't gained money. They're freaking losing money. Why would you invest in it? And why is it valued as the most profitable, the most why is it valued at $1 trillion? Losing money. Like, why would you invest in this? This seems like a dumbest investment ever. Anyway, I'm gonna invest in it when it's like super low. I'm assuming it's gonna drop like 50 to 40%, 60%, and then I'll invest in it. But it's literally losing money. Why would you ever invest in SpaceX? Why would you invest in this right now? Anyway, all that being said, big things coming this week. About to graduate school. Gonna have to get a hold on, I'll just type it out. Let's see, what am I searching? Tradeify, Gary, SpaceX. I'm gonna have to get one of those here shortly. Help fund my ventures. Running low on funds with no J. Want one of these. So we're gonna have to get one of those soon. We're trying. Bro, I've applied 40 places, no responses. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants me. I don't know why. Why does nobody want me, bro? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, big things coming in the future. Peace.